Okay, so the first part of the class is going to talk about how sound is created by, applying an energy, and that the energy makes a material vibrate, and that vibration creates sound. This is a very simple product made by a toilet paper roll, a piece of a rubber band, a balloon, and a rubber band around it. So it has been tightly placed. You can hear that sound. Yeah, so this is about it. It's hollow from the other end. I have another thing, which is any kind of granular material. I have used cereal, which is called suji. Yeah, and we are going to see how sound creates vibration. So here what we are going to do is we're going to put a little bit of the granular material. You can use any kind of small grains that is comfortable for you, not too many of them, and spread them around a bit. Yeah, and now maybe using your cell phone, which would be one of the easiest ways, play a song and keep the speaker of the mobile phone right under under the toilet paper roll, so that the sound travels upwards. And now you can see what's happening. Can you see the grains are dancing? They've all gone to the side. Yeah? You can bring them back again, and then they'll again dance around. Yeah? It's a very simple experiment to actually bring across the vibration aspect, and you can actually use different kinds of songs to build or create different types of patterns. And as mentioned, it's by using everyday materials. Going forward, while one is discussing about pitch, amplitude, and the kind of sound quality it creates, we've created some other materials. So for example, this is an Amul ghee container. It's closed from one end, and from the other end, as you can see, that there are strings, rubber bands, normal everyday rubber bands that have been attached at the end, like that, all around. Now the interesting part with this is that the different strings are creating a different pitch. Why is that happening? In some cases, because the thickness of the string is different. The thicker one is giving a lower pitch, the thinner one is giving a higher pitch. And in some cases, what's happening, that since this is a round container, the strings, the rubber bands on the edges are not as tight as the rubber bands in the center because of the change in the width. Yeah, so these kind of things you can experiment with the learners and see how much they are able to understand, and then how much you can add on to help them understand this. You can even do different things, like by pulling. So if this is the sound that's getting created, you can actually pull it further and then create a higher, create a lower, higher. You can even go higher. So things of that sort. This is a box, a cheese cubes box. I have cut a hole here, and there is a sketch pen at the end, a marker, thick marker, and 4 strips, which are the rubber bands. Now here what we're trying to show is that if you shift this rubber band, shift the marker, the tone will change, the pitch will change. So at here it will be the highest, and if you shift it further, so why is that happening? You can discuss about that. So in this case, all the strings that are changing, the pitch is changing at the same time. This is a detergent box for washing machines. Now in this, what I've done is, again, I've wrapped around 3 strings. I've used a box to create that bridge so that there is a, you know, a gap between the strings and the box. Yeah, this gap. And what I've done here at the end is, that I actually have used a paintbrush. Yeah, so the paintbrush, this is what it is, the paintbrush, and I have fixed it in to the box. And the paintbrush is actually helping me create different tones, again changing the pitch by the number of winds I have around the paintbrush. So this has no wind at all, so it's the loosest. This is a little tighter, this is tightest, and therefore you have the different tones. Oh, sorry. Or here. Yeah. And then you can even actually press one here and then show another difference variation. So if it's like this, and then you press it, and then you press it a little before. Yeah, so these kind of things the children can experiment with, and it's all made from home materials. Apart from strings, we can also try using a rubber sheet from balloons. And again, as I had shown one earlier for the speaker effect, this is on a toilet paper roll. And in this, what you can do is, again, by increasing the tension, by pulling it further and further, you can keep increasing the pitch of the beat here if you hit it here. Yeah, and this helps in understanding how drums are tuned or how a tabla is tuned, any kind of percussion instrument which involves a skin. Similarly, for string instruments, we have already seen how different types of instruments are tuned. This is a straw, normal straw, which has been slit on the top like this. Yeah, can you see it? Now when you blow through it, it gives a certain sound, which is, yeah. Now the shorter the straw will get, the higher the pitch will get, and you can even discuss, why could that be a reason for it to happen. You could even squeeze in, so if this is a longer straw, a shorter straw would sound something like this. Longer, shorter. Yeah, and you could even put in another straw here and make it longer, and then while blowing, while making that sound, you can pull the second straw longer or shorter and get a variation in the sound. You can even discuss why that happens.